actually a movie that's coming out later this year. It's got Ben Kingsley, you know, the dude who plays Gandhi, and it's based on a Ray Bradbury short story. So the movie is about going back into prehistoric times, hunting down animals and stuff, but then the animals come back, and so you're in the city, and you got some guns, and you're shooting these little pink things. Because, I don't know, maybe that's what dinosaurs look like or something. I don't understand. You can pull and push crates around in 3D, jump on the crates, jump on lockers, get sorts of bonuses. You gotta get ammo and stuff like that. Now the sound of this, well, I gotta be honest with you. I don't know what the hell this sounds like, because I can't hear a damn thing over this pile driver. I'm gonna give it a 7.5. I'm gonna go slam my head against this now.
All right, we're back, and now we're going to talk about something nice and light. This is Hitman Contracts. It's developed by IO Interactive and published by Eidos. We're looking at it on the Xbox, but it's also available for the PlayStation 2 and PC.
What I love so much about the Hitman series is that this game really enables you.
It speaks to you.
To play any kind of way that you want to play.
Yes, absolutely.
You don't have to. It's incredible. You don't have to go in guns a-blazing. Any people there, you can take their clothes and then dress up as them and sneak around as them. You can be stealthy. The kills in this game are unbelievable. You get up behind a guy and you get him in the wire and you can choke him. The cinematics and the storyline are unbelievable. It's very, very creepy.
I love the opening sequence where you're stuck in this asylum.
It's an insane asylum. And the funny thing is that all these, like, you know, crazy people are like coming up to you. You can walk right by them if you're Vic.
Right.
Or if you're me, you can stab them in the neck and kill them.
But did you notice that all the inmates, though, all look like 47? You can see that there's like this...
But there's a reason for that.
Cloning kind of situation thing going on. It's a very, very, very dark game. It's even darker than the previous Hitman games. The first contract that you go on, and that's a different thing here, too.
Very eerie and scary.
Well, they didn't do the sort of, you know, level-by-level sort of evolving mission thing that they did in the previous games. This one is sort of very sporadic. You basically just start in these missions, and you're in one place at one level, you're in a totally different place the next level. You're really jumping all over the place.
The music is very well done. It's interactive. It's done by Jesper Kidd, who worked on the last game as well. When you pull out a knife, you'll get a different score than if you pull out the guns.
Another nice thing that they've done this year that's different from the previous Hitman games. Remember, you'd get to a window or a balcony ledge or something, and that'd be it. You couldn't really jump or do anything. Now you can have jump sequences. It's not real time. You're not pressing a button to jump every time you want to. That's a much bigger deal. I like that very much.
Now, what I loved about this game, though, is that you could actually go in third-person or first-person mode.
Right.
And both of them actually controlled really well.
Well, I like third-person a lot better. But the thing about it, I mean, you compare this to a game like Splinter Cell, Pandora Immortal, which is a little bit more structured in its narrative. This one doesn't allow you to do things like walk up and climb up drain pipes and shimmy along things like that, like you can as Sam Fisher.
The real story here is that you can play the game any kind of way you want to play it. Who cares about climbing a drain pipe
I do.
when you can decide to choke a guy, shoot a guy, or dress up in his clothes and walk right by him? I loved it. I'm giving it an 8.5.
8.5 for me as well.
On the positive side, you can kill people in lots of different fun and exciting ways. The graphics and music are really well done. But the big story about the Hitman series is that it allows you to play the game any way you want.
On the negative side, although there's lots of freedom in the game, you still don't have the ability to climb drain pipes and shimmy along things like you do in games like Splinter Cell. And this game is so creepy, it's guaranteed to give you nightmares. Now we're going to move on to a very cool piece of hardware for you guys. This is the newbie Soul Calibur 2 fighting stick that you can use for your Xbox, PlayStation 2, or GameCube. Just like the game, they figured we got to put out a controller that's going to service all of the different consoles that are out there.
That's right.
Fantastic peripheral.
Why do we love newbie?
We love newbie because it rhymes with booby.
Yes! Way to go, Vic.
Isn't that right? Do I win something?
When I put the joystick in my hand, I start whacking it around.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes to me it feels a little soft.
Right.
So, because, like, some of those joysticks are really hard.
Right.
This one seems to be a little, like if I went like this, then I would break it.
I love the artwork on the front, absolutely gorgeous.
Well, I tell you, one of the confusing things though is if you look at one of the buttons, because they are on all the different systems, it's like it's an O, it's an X, it's a Z. It's like, what the hell is this button?
I know, it's crazy.
What now is this PlayStation 2? What the hell am I playing?
But
I'm just button mashing anyway.
You'll notice right away, you slap this thing into any one of the consoles, you throw on Soul Calibur 2, your combo moves are going way up. Just the flow of the gameplay is so much better.
Yeah.
You play a Street Fighter style game doing those circular, diagonal kind of rotational moves. Very easy to pull up. You got to get Soul Calibur 2. It's an awesome game, and if you're going to buy that game or if you have it already, this is the controller you want.
And the best part about it is it doesn't matter what system you have.
Totally recommend this one. On the positive side, the Soul Calibur 2 fighting stick is the perfect controller for Soul Calibur 2. The artwork on the front of the joystick is absolutely beautiful. But the best part of all, it works with all 3 different consoles, just like the game.
On the negative side, although this controller is very tough, it seems like maybe it's not indestructible.
Stick around. When we come back, it's 2 innovative survival horror games, Siren versus Resident Evil Outbreak. Don't go away.